The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Only two things we'll regret on death: that we are a little loved and little traveled. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Wrinkles should merely indicate where the smiles have been. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. Then success is sure. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself invited. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has laid an egg cackles as if she had laid an asteroid. Honesty, the best of all the lost arts. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government when it deserves it. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. When I was younger, I could remember anything, whether it had happened or not. But my faculties are decaying now, and soon I shall be so I cannot remember any but the things that never happened. It is sad to go to pieces like this, but we all have to do it. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is the lightning that does the work. I have made it a rule never to smoke more than one cigar at a time. No woman or man really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. It takes much to convince the average man of anything, and perhaps nothing can ever make him realize that he is the average woman's inferior. Better a broken promise than none at all. Do right, and you will be conspicuous. No civilization can be perfect until exact equality between men and women is included. A man should not be without morals. It is better to have bad morals than none at all. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Concerning the difference between man and the jackass, some observers hold that there isn't any. Be good, and you will be lonesome. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. Some civilized women would lose half their charm without dress, and some would lose all of it. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift are personal. Association, which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. Take any type of woman, and you will find in it something to respect, something to admire, something to love. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. Always acknowledge fault frankly. This will throw those in authority off guard and give you an opportunity to make a choice. Virtue has never been as respectable as money. We can secure other people's approval if we do it right and try hard, but our own is worth the 100 of it, and no way has been found out of securing that. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. In order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. Be careless in your dress if you must but keep a tidy soul. You can't reason with your heart, it has its own laws, and thumps about things which the intellect scorns. A man may have no bad habits, and have worse. No real gentleman will tell the naked truth in the presence of the ladies. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run, because if you don't, they will make you. I like a good story well told. That is the reason I am sometimes forced to tell them myself. It is human to exaggerate the merits of the dead. When red-headed people are above a certain social grade, their hair is auburn. Grief can take care of itself, but to get full value of a joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. There is no such thing as a new joke. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. There are people who can do all fine and heroic things, but one keep from telling their happiness to the unhappy. A sin takes on new and real terrors when there seems a chance that it is going to be found out. The exercise of an extraordinary gift is the supremest pleasure in life. To be busy is man's only happiness. 24 years ago, I was strangely handsome, the remains of it still visible through the rifts of time. When angry, count to 4, when very angry, swear. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Do not put off till tomorrow what can be put off till day after tomorrow just as well. It is the little conveniences that make the real comfort of life. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. I can't stand George Eliot and Hawthorne, and those people. I see what they are at 100 years before they get to it, and they just tire me to death. There are 869 different forms of lying, but only one of them has been squarely forbidden: thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting its shoes on. Honesty is the best policy when there is money in it. Pessimist, the optimist who didn't arrive. One of the striking differences between a cat and a lie is that a cat has only 9 lives. An honest man in politics shines more than he would elsewhere. I never could tell a lie that anyone would doubt, nor a truth that anyone would believe. As by the fire of experience, so by commission of crime you learn real morals. Some people lie when they tell the truth. I tell the truth lying. All say, how hard is it that we have to die? A strange complaint coming from the mouths of people who have had to live. Conscience takes up more room than all the rest of a person's insides. The secret source of humor itself is not joy but sorrow.